Picking it up again. So
That's it.
tell us, mate, we was talking about like when your mindset changed after prize fighter for world titles and stuff like that.
I think winning the prize fighter kind of gave me like this confidence because having to be in the, even though it was 3 minutes, 3 rounds, it just kind of like shows that I can mix it with the world level.
Yeah.
But fighting someone that was ranked number 10 at the time as well, then I've had so many sparrings with like good fighters, and the result is always like, who's this kid? And yeah, that was when I'm like, you know what? I think I fancy it now. And I remember after the prize fighter, I had my first 8-rounder.
Okay.
This kid was a French kid. He's from France. He had 10 fights, 1 lost, 1 draw. And I looked at him. I tried to look for him on YouTube, and I only saw 1 fight of him knocking someone out with like a right hand. And I'm like, ooh, there's nothing else.
Yeah.
And that was the first time that was the first time I was given A-arms gloves. Mind you, the prize fighter was 10, so it could be like...
Because that's the cut-off, right? Light
yeah.
middleweight goes 10.
Yeah.
This is back at welterweight, I take it, this fight with the French guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was welterweight. And I remember seeing the gloves for the first time. And I'm like, I think they made a mistake. This is a kid's gloves. It's like, oh no, this is what you're using. And I'm like, flipping neck. These bastards was knocking someone out with 1 right hand. And I'm like, what is this? Got in the ring. It was my first 8-rounder. Mind you, from 3 threes straight. I've never done 6-rounder. It was a straight 8. And I was fighting someone that's on the front foot. Boy, I'm like, okay. Got in there. First round was good. Second round, it was, yeah. It's trying to take my head off. And I think even the commentators started to reverse their comments on how good I was. And I think from 3rd round, 4th, and all of a sudden they bring it back like, oh yeah, you have to be the natural to be able to move like that and stuff. Yeah, it was. And again, it's just kind of like, yes, I definitely wanted it now.
Nice.
And yeah, it was great. It was
That's
a
man.
great
But what
feeling.
about now? Because you're still in shape. You're still training, I'm taking it.
Yeah, now and then.
Yeah, do you spar now or not?
Yeah, I do spar.
You do still spar. But does that not give you the itch to go, fuck, man, let's go 1 more?
Nah.
Nah, you're done with it. Yeah.
I think knowing your own ability. Fighting is one thing, but the dedication to it, do I still have that?
Yep.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I understand.
But a lot of fighters do it where, oh, I'm gonna make a comeback. And you know the saying that say the world keeps, how they saying? When someone dies, the life goes on.
Yeah,
That's
life
the
goes
thing.
on, yeah.
So the life goes on. So when you go and start having good time and stuff, people are still training.
Of course, yeah.
And you see some kid that you think, oh, I used to beat him up. You get in the ring with him now, you're like, oh, what is this? So I think there's nothing greater than going with that same feeling like, oh yeah, he's a bad fighter, he's a good fighter there, you know. But coming back, people only remember the last part.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with that being
that's
the
cool,
champ
man.
still.
And
so.
also, you know, it's like yourself, right? Someone who's 22, 23, all they do is box and they don't care about anything else.
They don't have responsibility.
They don't have responsibility.
I got 3 children.
You've got 3 children, you're working, you start doing it, it's different, isn't it?
It's
Do you know
a
what I
different,
mean?
yeah,
It's a different thing.
There's a different feelings, there's a different hunger as well.
Yeah.
You know, I can't pick up and go now.
No.
So anywhere I want to go, I'm thinking, no, I'm going to take the kids. So
Yeah,
I've got to
right,
think about the price. But now, if you don't have anyone to cater for, you can pick up, I'm going to training camp, I'm the best training camp. I can't do that.
No, right.
So-
And you can just take yourself off and like not worry about anything as well,
Exactly.
right? It's
So
a
you
big
can't-
difference.
you
But
can't
if we
do
just
that.
step back briefly, one thing I forgot to ask you earlier, which I wanted to ask about, was, you know, the prize fight of the night. It's 3 fights in one night. What's it like in between them fights? Because to me, that would be the hard bit, right? Like on amateurs, I've boxed like twice in a night and stuff, and it's kind of like one of them where it's like the time between is a pain in the ass. You almost want to go straight from the fight back to another fight. Whereas when you're sitting down, that I find that hard.
Winning the prize fighter, the first fight is the best part.
Right, okay.
So the best part, the reason is you get longer rest. The first fight, I remember saying to myself, I don't think I'm going to survive this. I was done. I gave it literally everything. I was done. Yeah. People don't know what's going on inside.
Right.
But outside, I still bouncing around, but I was done. So having the rest, a good long, because mind everyone else have to beat themselves so you have a good recovery time. There. You can warm up and our body, the way our body works, I'll tell you, the way our body works and our mind, because you know this is what you're gonna do, you're easy to bounce back. Unlike when you're training for a fight or you're in the changing room and they tell you to warm up for a fight and you're only having one fight and they come back like, oh, you're not fighting now, then you sit down, then you pick back up. That can demoralize you. But knowing that when this finish, I'm going in. So it doesn't feel away. But it's just getting the first good round, good rest. That helped.
Right, I understand.
Because if I had gone in straight away, yeah.
No good.
I don't, but then again, you never know.
Yeah.
It depends on style make a fight. It depends on what the other person bringing to the table as well when you're fighting. So, but me, I kind of set up the pace in a way where it looks like I'm getting involved, but I just want you to miss, counter. I don't want to be part of it, kind of. So, but everyone, and I think because I just turned pro, so I still have the amateur mindset.
Right.
The professional have the warrior mindset, thinking, oh, I'm gonna go in, it's only 3 minutes, I'm gonna give you everything. But me, I have been there 3 minutes, 3 rounds, I gotta make sure I pace myself. But they're ready to empty the tank because the mindset is that I do 12 rounds, so I can do 3 minutes at fast pace. But not the opponent there. You gotta think about the rest one, because if you beat this one, there's still 2 to go. So
yeah, that's interesting. What are you like in the change room? Because different fighters are different, right? Some people are, I mean, I think everyone's nervous to a degree, but you know, like it's like you've been in change rooms with people, right? Some people are sort of dancing and fucking around, and then other people are like sitting there, mind on the game.
I can't even tell you.
Really?
I'm just watching the. Funny enough, I was glued to the TV. Craig McEwen was the favorite to win. I was the second favorite to win. But there was one person I was praying for someone to beat him, and even if they don't beat him, please let him have injury and just get game out. It's Terry Carruthers.
Okay.
Terry Carruthers, I've seen him fight one of my teammates. I've seen him several times. And I was watching him there. I'm like, oh, fucking hell. It was terrifying. It was terrifying just watching him. And he was just going through everyone. He's a warrior. And I was hoping someone would just headbutt him. Just give him a nasty cut, get him out, push someone else in. But funny enough, it was the easiest fight of the night for me, in the final.
Right.
But I've got to say, he's had a fight, he had a bit of a rest. I've had a longer rest, so I think that works in my favor as well. But yeah, from when we, the prize fighter, when everyone showed up, I was like, oh, I kept my eyes on him, like, please, somebody please beat him. I didn't want anything to do with him. But I remember when he got to the final, then I zip up my mind, like, yeah, fuck it, let's have it. Now, I'm not gonna listen to my coach, I'm not gonna listen to my corner, I'm gonna be Sugar Ray Leonard tonight. So, and it's crazy because that's exactly what's getting my head. Saying Sugar Ray Leonard versus Roberto Duran, the second one.
Second fight, I was gonna say, not the first one.
Yeah, but that was the first boxing match I ever watched in my life.
Really? Okay, live you mean?
No, as a kid.
As a kid?
That's the first boxing I experienced, like, oh, boxing, this is what boxing is. That was the first fight,
right.
And I remember him doing. So I said, you know what? I'm just gonna piss him off. And I think second round he stopped, and he's kind of like, come, let's fight. And I'm like, yes, I got him. Because for me, it's more of a mental game for me. If I can get to your head mentally, I don't care how good you are. You lost the fight to me. So as soon as it's like, come on, I'm like, yes, I got him. And that was it. That's it. I just want him to show me that he's frustrated. And when he gave me that, I was happy.
Nice.
I was the most happiest guy. And then managed to stop him.
Oh, you stopped him?
Yes.
That was a stoppage? Yeah,
it was a stoppage.
nice.
It was just the referee got involved.
So that's funny, isn't it? Because you said like beforehand, you're thinking fucking. Like, I remember being on a club show, amateurs, right? When I was 18 and I was fighting a guy who was 34, and he was all tatted up and whatever. And it's you get that feeling of fuck.
Oh yeah, he's tatted up
I
as
hope
well.
I ain't fighting this guy. But then once you start, you tell me. But when you start walking and once you get in the ring and you see him across, it's just the body, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? It's different then.
I think for me, I still shit myself.
Really?
Until I throw a jab, and I'm like, I do another because I set up a trap.
Okay.
So when I do something that you give me, I want an answer. So it's like a question and answer for me. In my box, in the ring, it's a question and answer. I'll give you something I want to answer. And if you answer me, okay, I'm going to give you again. Answer it. It's the answer you give me.
Okay.
If your answer is wrong the first time and it's wrong the second time, you're done. So I gave him the answer question, he answered wrongly. I'll try again, just to check, maybe. And it's still, all right. That's when I'm like, all right, cool. This is it. This is gonna be fun. And that was it.
That's interesting. That's
That
cool,
was it.
man.
So I don't really get involved in trying to tear up. No, unless if I needed to. When I fought, what's his name? John Fane. He's a boxer, so I have to fight.
You have to bring it to him.
I have to fight. But yet I still gotta be slick with it. So just kind of like, yeah. But majority of the time, I force people to fight. If you want to chase me, that's what I want. That's what I want. I don't care how small the ring is. That's what I want. But if I have to chase you around, I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
I got you.
But then Fane, I have to kind of like pull it on him. But I think the ability to be able to counter someone else's attack when you attack them, I think I was lucky to be able to do that when I can attack and counter your attack. But again, it's a question and answer game for me. So even though I'm pushing forward, I'm still giving you, I want you to do something.
Right.
I want to give you one and take two back. It's like the government.
Yeah.
Just give you one and take it back. So, yeah.
That's cool, man. So like you said, like now obviously you still spar and stuff, but I've seen clips of you and former guest Matea. Shout out Matea. I think you've been doing a bit of grappling and whatnot as well.
Oh, yeah.
So are you grappling now? Are you a born again grappler?
I think it's just good to, because my whole life I've done boxing.
Right.
And having to learn other skills and stuff is good. I've got a boy, I've got a girl. Having to be able to kind of like, my son, I'm trying to get him into boxing as well, so he's doing GCSE this year, so kind of like giving him a bit of a break. But having to learn how to do grappling, Muay Thai and things, just all rounder.
Yeah.
Not gonna be great at it, but having to kind of like know the game as well and be able to kind of like watch fight and be like, okay, this is, because a lot of people when they see boxing, they think people are just fighting.
Yep.
So I watch a lot of MMA and stuff, and when you see these guys, at first I thought they just kind of like putting bomb in each other's face. Then I started seeing some slick move. I'm like, oh, it's just like boxing. You have to pay attention to know what the game is about. They're not just fighting. So yeah.
Absolutely.
So yeah, man.
That's good, man. And what's your plans in terms of like going forward with your boxers? Are you going to like train people? You said earlier to be world champions and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Is that where you want it to take in the future? You want to be
Yeah,
a full-time
but
coach?
not that alone. Also having to kind of like guide some youths, like the amateurs, kind of like guide them and give them a bit of advice and help them in training now and then as well. So
nice.
it's yeah.
That's nice, man. Well, look, mate, I really appreciate you doing
Thank
this,
you,
man.
mate. No,
This has
thank
been
you.
really fun. What I'll do with this one, where it's been in 3 parts, rather than put it out down the road as a full episode, I'll probably put it out straight away as a bonus episode, the 3 bits together, so it'll come out fast. So people will see.
I think it's good as well when they kind of like, okay, hearing a bit of a story and hear another, or want to hear the rest of it. It's kind of like episode, kind of like.
I'll put these out in 3 parts together, like today, they'll probably come out. So this will be more
wicked.
current, so we'll get this out there fast, mate.
Oh,
but
top
before
man.
we finish up, I always ask people an important question, the most important question. Which football team you support?
None.
Chelsea, very good, well done, my guy. But mate, I really appreciate it. I always finish with a fist
Thank
up
you,
like
man.
this, mate.
That's it.
Squeeze the neck, boom!